Tiny Tots parents. Miss Misty here. I just want to go over some orientation information with you. Typically we do this in person, but with COVID, I didn't feel it was necessary for all of us to sit in the auditorium together to hear this information. So if you're a new parent, this will all be new information for you. If you're an existing parent, you may want to give a listen because there's a few things we're doing different this year than last year. So I'm going to try to make it as brief as I can, and we look forward to seeing all of your happy faces next week when school starts. School begins at 8 o'clock, so this year you are allowed to come into the building and drop your children off at the classroom door. You need to make sure that they please wash their hands either in the hallway or one of the bathrooms before they enter the classroom. You can hand them off to their teacher. They'll help them get everything settled and show them where to hang up their backpack and how to get started in their day. But we're going to try to minimize extra germs in the classroom by having parents drop off at the door. We're going to allow probably 8 to 8:10 for drop off, and then the teachers will close their doors for the morning, and then if your child comes in a little bit later, I'll just help you get them in the classroom. And that goes for both morning and afternoon. So pickup, again, is going to be at the playground. We're going to end our day at our playground time. And we're going to have a window of 15 minutes that you're welcomed. If you need to get your child a little bit early, it's perfect. So morning pickup will be between 10:45 and 11. We just ask that you try not to be after 11, because the teachers have to get back to their classrooms and clean up and eat lunch before the 11:30 class comes. And then in the afternoon, that window would be 2:15 to 2:30, pick up at the playground. If your child is going to Mother's Day Out or childcare, we will make sure that they get to where they need to go. When you pick up from the playground, please park your car and walk to the playground to get your child. Please connect with your teacher so they know and they can check off that your child was picked up. Their backpacks will be out there. Everything from their day will be out there on the playground, so there'll be no need to come back to class. And then for drop off in the morning, we ask that you park in the parking lot and not pull through the drive-through, as people will be coming in and out of the building, and that is a hazard, a dangerous situation. For pickup, if it is raining or if it is extremely hot, we use the Brightwheel app to let you know that we'll be doing classroom pickup. So on bad weather days and more than likely the first week of school, we won't venture to the playground with our new threes especially. So we'll do inside pickup. So the teachers will have the kiddos ready to go at about 5 till 11 or 2:25, and they'll open the door and they'll pass the kiddos to you that way. Security sign in, we had the glitch at open house, so a lot of you are not set up to use the ProCare system yet. We will do that as you come in. I just ask you please be patient. It's kind of a slow process, so it may take us up a couple of class days to get everybody to where they can use the ProCare system. And when you come into the building to check the kiddos out, you can use that to check them out too. The next thing I want to talk about is illnesses. Since we are still living in a COVID world, we would like to still go by the CDC guidance of if your child has had a fever, that they be fever-free for 48 hours before they come back to school. And of course, we need your help with this. If you have any COVID outbreak in your home, we need to know so we can do what we need to do to keep everybody else in the school safe. And then we don't want to forget about the normal strep, flu, pink eye, stomach, diarrhea, vomiting. We need to be 24 hours diarrhea, vomiting free before we return to school. And then anything contagious, just let us know so we can let our other classmates know they've been exposed. Birthdays, we're going to celebrate birthdays this year. We're going to let you parents bring in a special birthday treat for the kiddos so they can have a special treat. It can be anything store-bought that's nut-free. It can be as fancy or as simple as you'd like it to be. You can bring plates and cups and napkins or goodie bags for their friends, or you could, it could just be minimal, a cookie or their favorite treat. And we will sing to them, and they will get a birthday crown, and you will get pictures via Brightwheel. So we're very excited about that. And this is where, if your child does have an allergy and your teacher hasn't mentioned it or you haven't expressed it to them, we need to know so we can get you to sign a HIPAA form and a medication form that we need to keep on file in case we ever had to give them medication for that. Show and tell, we're going to do show and tell this year, and we're going to do it a little differently. We're going to have a show and tell bag that we will clip onto your child's backpack when it's their turn to bring show and tell the next day, the next class time. So you can, whatever they can fit in the bag, they can bring for show and tell. So this will make it easy to transport to the playground and back. And these will probably have Miss B's show and tell or Miss Lori's show and tell. So that's super fun. We just ask no weapons, no guns or knives or anything like that. Oops clothes, as you know, we need an extra set of oops clothes at school for your kiddos in case we have a spill or an accident. So special person, you'll know it's your child's turn to be special person on the calendar, the monthly calendar. For the first couple of weeks of school, your teacher will be special person. So they'll be sharing with the children all about them and what they like to do and who's in their families. So when it's your child's turn to be special person, I'm going to use Jameson's poster. You get to make a poster board and all about the kiddos, all about your family, their pets, their favorite things to do, favorite books, favorite toys, anything about them that makes them special. And they'll get to share that at circle time with their friends. Miss Lori and Miss Amy will have a special list for you. The fours get to bring something to go along with their special person. Now the fours too, they should be able to make theirs too. They need some hands-on. They can draw on it, create it, write their name, give them a part in making it too. Parent communication. So we use email and the Brightwheel app. So this is a free app that you can download, and I will be sending in the next today and tomorrow an invitation to join Brightwheel if you're not already. And it's a great communication tool. You can communicate with your teacher and myself. We're the only ones that will see the message, and your teacher can communicate with you and the whole class, and they'll be sending pictures and updates and things like that via Brightwheel. And the monthly calendar, monthly information will all come via email. So if you don't get that, please let me know. That means I may have messed up your email address. I'm not beyond messing things up, that's for sure. Volunteers, we have special monthly things that we need for the classroom, and outside your teacher's door is a bulletin board, and it has a parent volunteer list on it, and it has different jobs, and we just need your labor. So your teacher will give you a packet, and it will have everything in it you need. We just need help cutting or tracing or anything like that. So you can sign up for those outside the classroom door. I know the 4-year-olds will have field trip volunteers on the list. We usually go to the zoo at the end of September. So with COVID the way it is and limitations probably on transporting 2 different classes together, we're just gonna it's gonna be a wait and see game. We may try to augment it. We may have parents, if they are willing to transport their own children and stay with us out there. But that's going to be a fluid situation, and we'll keep you posted as soon as we know how that can happen. Absences, of course, in the day of COVID, we love to know if your kiddo is sick and make sure that they're okay. The teachers all have a I will be gone notepad on their shelves outside the door, and you can put on there if you know you're going to be gone on a trip for a week, or you're going on vacation. That's just handy for us to know, so we know not to expect the kids that week, and especially important if we're having a program or a party, so we know that they won't be there. Clothes, of course, we're preschool. We paint, we glue, we cut, so please dress your child comfortably and something that they can play in and get dirty in. The playground, closed-toed shoes are the best for the playground. We have mulch, and when they wear sandals, they get the mulch in their sandals and it kind of hurts their feet. So if possible, closed-toed shoes are the best. Supplies, everybody got their supply fee, and y'all have been wonderful and very generous, and we appreciate that. Field trips, I'm just going to reiterate, that is just going to be a fluid situation, and we'll have to see what happens as the year progresses. We do have auto draft available. I know a lot of you have already filled that form out, and it's never too late to sign up for auto draft. It makes everybody's lives easier. If you need any information about that, you can find me or ask your teacher, and they can give you a form. When the weather gets iffy, we follow the Rogers Public School District. So if they're closed for snow or ice, typically Tiny Tots is closed. I say this with pause because last year with COVID and the kids being able to go virtual now, they were stretching those snow days. So we do reserve the right that if the roads are good and we think the teachers can make it and everybody can make it, we may choose to open if Rogers is closed. So that would be a Bright Wheel situation or an email. We would notify you that, hey, we are going to be open tomorrow if you want to bring your kiddo to school. All right, the last thing on here is Scholastic book orders. We do offer those every month with the fun Scholastic book flyers, so it's an opportunity for you to share the joy of reading with your kiddos, and we earn free books for the classrooms and wonderful Scholastic book points. We get our library furniture from there, we get some of our CD players from there, so it's a win-win. And we order those online, so when I send the first flyer home, it'll have an online code on that, and you order them online. Last year they were shipping to your home at no charge, but typically they ship to the school, and then we'll process them and put them in the kiddos' cubbies when they come. I just want to reiterate that we're going to do everything that we can this year to have a safe school year. We're going to be wearing our mask. Your children, if you want your child to wear a mask, we will make sure that that happens. We will be hand washing, hand sanitizing. We want to try to minimize drop-off time, so when you bring your child in, please drop them at the door and go ahead and exit the building. And then if you want to visit with a classmate's a friend, you please just do that outside so you're out in the open air. Once again, just reiterate, if you have any COVID in your home, that you let us know as soon as possible so we can take action and do what we need to do. We'll be doing our extra sanitizing just as we were last year to keep germs to a minimum. And I think it's going to be a great year. And I thank you for sharing your children with us. And we look forward to seeing you next week. Thanks. Bye.